So here's some interesting news that dropped. None of it is 100% confirmed, but these sources are conflicting, and one of them is a credible news source. The other one claims that this is all fake, so I don't know what to take from it. You let me know what you think at the end of it all. It's something that we've speculated for a while, and it's that of the next Transformers Lego icons. You know, we had the Optimus, we had the Bumblebee, and earlier today we had from the Brick City saying how we're going to be getting some Transformer announcement for 2025. And then later the Brick City said that all that information was false and they were, tricked, and it was a massive, misinformation campaign or whatever. And then the Brick Tap, which is actually a much more credible Lego news source, then claims that, oh yeah, we are getting a new Lego Icons item, and it's going to be Soundwave, and it's set for 2025. So I don't know what to take from this. Don't take it 100%. Grain of salt, all of that. The Lego community is not tied to the Transformer community. We don't know how to out the fake from the not fake. I don't have the sources that I could turn to because this is a licensed third-party item through a company that I have no ties to. So let's take from that what we will. But I will say this, up to this point, we had the Lego Icons, Optimus Prime, what was it, the 1032 numbering or whatever. When that came out, it was designed by Joe Kide, former Hasbro color layout designer for Transformers and stuff, and moved on to Lego, did great stuff with Minecraft and everything. This guy came out. It was June 1st of 2022. It was $169.99 USD. Came to about 230 Canadian. And this guy was super overproduced. There was a lot of hype behind it. And then, not too long into it, Costco ended up getting a holiday pallet of them and dropped it down to $149.99. And then later on, during Black Friday sales, Amazon got it for $139.99. So this guy quickly ended up dropping in value just because of how overproduced it was. Yeah, it was cool. It was a really nice product. It came with the Ion Blaster, the Energon Axe, the Energon Cube, the Matrix of Leadership was in the chest. It was a really fun build. Coming from a guy who's not a big Lego guy, but it was a fun build. Came with that Lego Icons nameplate on it. Very prestigious item. But because it was so overproduced, even the June 1st, 2022 was when this came out, and 2 years later, it's still in stock on the Lego website. In fact, it's actually $10 more than its original MSRP because of inflation and everything. So now you could go to the Lego website right now and pick it up for $179.99 and $240 Canadian if you want the Canadian exchange on that. Just because there's just so much of it still out there. People really speculated on it and they just put a ton of it out there. And then 2 years later, in July 4th, 2024, we had the Lego Icons 1033-8 Bumblebee. And that was $89.99. In Canada, it was $120. And fans were, hot and cold on that one because while Lego had the rights to Volkswagen on many of their past sets, they didn't use that Volkswagen license with the Bumblebee, no doubt due to maybe some extended licensing connections and the fact that Bumblebee comes with a weapon. Who knows what was the specific reasons, but in the end, he just had a more generic kind of looking alt mode, a little bit of a bloated kind of robot mode. Again, I don't blame them. The limitations of what Lego could do with bricks and the transformation and stuff being all one piece, very tough. And the fact that it kind of still was a parts former at the end of the day didn't help either. So Lego kind of learned their lesson with the Optimus, and that was so overproduced that they kind of made much less of these Bumblebees. And while it did kind of see clearance at Walmart, I think it went for $75, so you got 15% off its original near $90 MSRP. But because it was in much less numbers, it didn't see the massive clearance that we saw with the Optimus. It's not really kicking around as much. And but it's still early. I mean, what we've seen thus far is Costco showed their holiday assortments, and we don't see the Bumblebee there, so at least we know that much. But who knows, maybe around Black Friday or Amazon might do some crazy, Boxing Day Canada sale or something on the Bumblebee. Who knows? But as it stands right now, he's still pretty modest in his population, but also hasn't gone on crazy clearance. So what does that mean if we do get Soundwave? This whole long-winded rant. Well, If Soundwave is the next one, it would be the one I would choose. I mean, you know, when you factor in like the Legendary 7 and the characters that Hasbro use with licensing, that's the one I would go with. Not to mention his transformation is just made for something like Lego bricks. It's a simple transformation. He's already a blocky character. It'll be a slam dunk in a lot of ways. It's a much more safer bet than, let's say, a Grimlock, a Starscream, or dare I say a Megatron, in any argument there. Tank or gun, both of those, forget about it. You know, but I imagine that he'll probably, if we do get Soundwave, he'll be about the same size as the Optimus, and dare I say the same shape and silhouette, because they're both very similar in design, at least from a shape and silhouette kind of way. And probably maybe even the same price range. So we might even see like a Soundwave, assuming the new inflation MSRP of the Optimus at $179.99. I could see Soundwave also being $179.99. He'll be as tall, he'll be as boxy, and instead of like the Optimus having a gun, an Energon axe, an Energon cube, and a matrix, he'll have his shoulder cannon battery gun. He'll have his handheld battery gun. He'll have an Energon cube also, which he should have one because he's the one who made them in the show, along with one extra cassette member that may or may not be transformable. And if I had to take a guess, Laserbeak would be the go-to, even though Buzzsaw was packed with him back in the day. Laserbeak's the more iconic of the two. And then I could see them later on, you know, including like making a 4-pack on the side of Ravage, Buzzsaw, Laserbeak repaint, and then a Rumble Frenzy repaint of each other as a little 4-pack DLC pack in a lot of ways, sold at stores. I could see that. And yeah, it could be done. It could be done. That's what I think. I mean, again, I felt that Soundwave should be the next one. He should be above the Jazzes and all of them. And he's the easiest to do. He's iconic. Even, you know, casual Transformer fans that haven't engaged with the brand much will remember Soundwave and will want to buy this one. And I think it'll be a lot nicer and easier to pull off than how kind of low received the Bumblebee one was. So that's what I think. But again, nothing is confirmed right now. Let me know what you think about all of this. Should it be Soundwave? Should it be someone else? Who should it be? Should it be Grimlock? Should it be Starscream? Should they figure out a way to do Megatron that doesn't make everyone cringe? I don't know. Who would be the out of the box one? Who would be the weird one you'd like to see? Obviously me, you're probably going to say, oh, you're going to say Hot Rod Proto Man. Yeah, probably. But maybe, I don't know, Beast Wars character maybe? Could they pull off a Cheetor or an Optimus Primal? Could they do a Beast Wars Megatron? I don't know. That'd be kind of the other ones. I'd be curious if they could pull that off. A Shockwave, again, that's a gun. Probably not. But let me know what you think, and we'll talk again really soon here on the Transformer Slag podcast. And hopefully maybe we'll get an update of this later this week. We will see. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you again in the near future.